Hello, everybody. I am just going to make myself a bite to eat because I'm hungry. I'll put you on the cover. There. Trying to get you in position so you. Hey! Just gonna make a bite to eat. Is it gonna fall? Is it gonna stay? Stay! Yeah. So I'm just gonna make a bite to eat because I'm hungry and I just haven't done that yet. Butter. Oh, I wanted to show you. Actually, I'm going to do the duck eggs I got from Jazz. I'll show you. I got these from Jasmine Sherry. Look, they're like bluey gray, and they're huge. Like, I'll compare it to my chicken eggs, which are large chicken eggs from the store, from Costco. Look. It's like twice the size, and that's a large. That's like a small. Like, that's a. This one's even bigger. That one's bigger. So, I'm going to do a couple of duck eggs for breakfast. See, this is the smallest duck egg. It's still bigger, or about the size of a large. I got these from Jasmine when she swung by here. She has to. I know. I've never had duck eggs, so I was just gonna do some duck eggs. Just melting butter. Yes. Yes, please go on. I hope you're supporting her channel too. Ooh, that's a big yolk. Oh my goodness. Or I'll do one duck egg. Hi, puppy's breath, and one chicken egg. I can see the difference of the yolks. Because this was the chicken egg, and these are the duck eggs. Holy crap. Okay. Here, I'll go take you to see it better. Okay, switch the eye. Look! That's the duck egg, and that's the chicken egg. Huge. That's why bakers love duck eggs. Yep, that's Jasmine's duck eggs. And that's Costco's chicken eggs. And those are large. Look, I always buy large. Sorry. So I'm just having some fried eggs for something to eat. Give you salt. Yes, pepper share. Huge! So, if you ever have the opportunity to get duck eggs, and you like more yolk than white, that's the way to do it. Oops, too much pepper on this egg. I have to move it over. I should have thought this through before I start cooking. I should look for a spatula. There we go. Like, So I'm completely out of bread, or I can't find where my kids put the bread. I'm shocked if I'm completely out of bread, because my kids don't eat sandwiches often, and I just don't think that they haven't put the bread back in the kitchen. I know I did find some bread that had gone bad, like started to go moldy, and had thrown it out. Because we're now on week 2 of groceries. Of not doing groceries. Because I did groceries on off. So I did last time I did groceries. I had waited almost 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks for groceries, and this is right now 2 weeks since the last time I did groceries, like today. And I'm not going to do it until next Wednesday, because I still have lots of groceries, like lots of food. Like, you can look at my fridge here. It doesn't look like I haven't done groceries in 2 weeks. So I still have lots of lettuce, lots of things that aren't. I made 2 salads, one for my husband today's lunch, and then another one for him tomorrow. Or I might eat it. I don't know. But yeah, I still have lots of food. So I just need bread. That's about it. So I'll swing by the store today and get bread before Bon Jovi. I get to go see Bon Jovi. I have not been to a concert in 21 years. Yes, I'm pathetic. um, last concert I went was Phil Collins at the Corral Center, which is now called Canadian Tire Place. And apparently I need to load the dishwasher like once a month. Well, we hardly. So I usually I buy groceries every 2 weeks. And I usually get the bread from Costco. Like, my family likes the D'Italiano or Villagiano, the thick, like Texas toast type bread. Good morning, BJ Hunting. How's it going? I'm just having some eggs. I'm having a duck egg, which I've never had before, and a chicken egg. And I'm just going to try and put you down here. There we go. I'm going to put my back massaging thing on. My back's been bothering me a bit. I didn't get coffee. I'll be right back. Here. You can come with me and get coffee, too. I got my eggs. I didn't cook anything else with them. I'm like, I'm just peckish. I needed something. So normally I would have, like, toast or whatever and maybe make a sandwich, but I have no bread. And I still haven't made bread. I had planned to make bread last week. But then it got, like, super hot here, and I'm like, I don't feel like making bread. Much fun for night. God. Yes. So well, Angie has really good seats. Like, she has, like, floor seats. My other friend has good seats. We have okay seats. Like, but I couldn't justify expensive amounts. Like, I think Angie got some sort of deal, like pre-sale or something like that, which is good. But my seats are like 100, so, which is about what I didn't want, like, really crappy seats, you know. And my friend said she would do it too, so I bought my seats and her seats, and then she paid me back. And we bought the parking pass, so she has a car. So she's coming all the way from Rockland, which is the other end of Ottawa. Like, it's not technically not Ottawa, like Canada is. So it's like 40-minute drive. But hubby and I, well, there's not a 20, no, there was, There was the cheap section, which was like the nosebleed section. Um, was I think 70. Um, it was one level cheaper than mine. I think 70, and then with taxes and all that stuff, blah blah blah. Like there's all these. So, so I get to go see Bon Jovi. I'm happy. I have never seen him in concert ever. I've never seen a lot of people in concert. That doesn't really mean anything. My last concert I went to Phil Collins with my hubby at the time 21 years ago at the same place. so so here's the fried egg. That's the duck egg, and this is the, here I'll flip them the other way so you can see. Oh, maybe that way. Hey Angie, that's the duck egg, and that's the chicken egg. Angie, that's Jasmine's duck. She said for me to just eat them, finish them. She's gonna come and bring more, so she's gonna bring you some as well. Because I said, oh, I hadn't sent you this yet. She goes, oh no, just eat them and I'll bring more. Oh, I need to, oh, get in there. So I can see the chat just a second. Because it's going too fast. Hey, Food Forest Permaculture. And Steve. I know, I can't wait. So my friend, so I first saw the post from my other friend who actually got tickets, and then I'm like, oh, they're on sale, and but I couldn't get tickets near where her and another friend bought them. So when I looked online, I'm like, where she got, they were kind of, well, she got like some sort of pre-sale tickets I didn't know about. So I paid like $100 tickets. Um, but so I'm not like in the nosebleed section, but in, I think, the first row of the 200s, I think. So, well, my other friend, Renee, she's lower, and then Angie has like awesome seats. She's on the floor. So, I'm trying them. They don't taste any different. Well, for me, they taste they're just a huge yolk. So the yolk from the duck egg is like twice as much big, almost 3 times as big as the large chicken eggs. So there's more yolk to white ratio versus a chicken egg. There's a lot of white to yolk ratio. Like it's about even. And do you think tonight? Um, Possibly. Um, we're going to be going um out for supper. I haven't found out where. So, but I could ask if she can maybe pick you up or. Oh, Starbucks. I honestly, when was the last time I had Starbucks? I had Starbucks 2 weeks ago. Well, Angie, text me. Text me your. Do I have your cell number? If not, text me through Facebook your cell number, and I will message my friend Shannon and see if we could pick you up before the concert. I have to find out when she's coming here. Um, yep, concert starts at 7:30. So yeah, I'm not. How early do we have to go there before the concert? I drive a sports car, so someone's got to be shoved in the back. Yes, Angie, thanks for the Tube Buddy lesson. Um, I just have the Tube Buddy Chrome extension, so I don't actually go into Tube Buddy, but I do see some of those things on the Chrome extension. Oh, don't talk to me. I just finished, so I'm going to fix my camera, because right now you just see the top of my head. It slid down. Stay. um, I'm the president of the Canada South Community Garden, and I just finished sending out the email of getting people um, to send me their um, plot agreement. Like, we rent the plots, like, so it's raised garden, so it's really good soil. Like, I grow 90% of my vegetables in my plot because my backyard there's hardly any sun, and what the things I grow, like 90% of the vegetables I grow, not 90% of my vegetables, um, grow really well there with me not doing too much. um, so I just sent that email of having people send me their plot agreement and their money, um, and to clean up their beds, because we had an influx of, like, winter hit us before we got to send out a reminder to clean out their beds. So a lot of people hadn't um, weeded their like took out their dead plants, and we really literally had snow until like 2 weeks ago. So uh, it was it normally is supposed to get clean at the end of the year, but as I said, clean out your beds, and you have to go. Well, see you later, food forest permaculture. So I said that, and so that should be done hopefully this week to try and get people to clean out their beds. And my church has a plant sale this weekend, which they do every year, the annual one, which is awesome. I get all my vegetable seedlings, or most of my vegetable seedlings from them. Um, but then I have to keep them alive for a couple of weeks before I can put them in the ground, which is always fun. No, no, it's in the wash. I'm wearing polar bears right now. Bye, Howie. Go and make food. Well, you can keep me live while you're making food. Come back. Hey, raising the tribe. How's it going? Jen would keep. No, no, she's more than welcome to clean my kitchen. Amanda has issues with my stove because I tend to, not completely clear off my stove when I'm using it in my videos because I get sidetracked. And apparently, my family wants to eat before I clean the stove. So, but Amanda would let me cook on the stove. She would just clean it first. No problem. I'm glad you popped in at work. Hopefully you don't get in trouble. I have nightmares of it and stuff. But not about my cooking though. My cooking you're fine with. Just the fact I put my stuff too sometimes too close to the stove and put my life in God's hands. Let's say, yeah, you're not gonna start a fire. Well, you can cook just like me. Just follow what I do, or follow the recipe. My friend, actually, the friend I'm going to Bon Jovi with tonight, she's a recipe follower, right? So she's like she doesn't try too many things. She likes to follow a recipe, but also with my videos, she can see what I'm doing, and she's tried some of the ones. I go, here's the recipe. Here is what I did. Like, here are the substitutions because I didn't have whatever, or my family doesn't like whatever. Take the wheel, Jesus, take the stove. Yes, Jesus, take the stove. Exactly. We have house insurance. Yes. Well, for me, what I like about cooking is um, trying to recreate food that I like eating in restaurants. So our budget is different than other people's budgets. Like, our entertainment for my family is eating out and going to movies, because those are two things that are completely accessible to people who are blind. I have two members of my family who are blind, and we like movies, and we like eating exotic, ethnic type foods, and we like trying new things. So it's like an experience. So my husband has it set up a budget for those things that each month that is what we do. Sometimes it's tighter, sometimes it's looser. Love eating it. My family doesn't like leftovers or the same thing. Um, so I always have to try and be creative with the leftovers to make into something else. Yeah, what? Yeah, better watch where you pet the pet of polar bear, Steve. There. Well, exactly. So that's where we have our, like, we don't, like, my husband is a techie, so we do have expensive electronic things, or like, but we save up for those, or he has them from work because that's what he does for work. Um, but we don't have expensive hobbies. Like, we don't go out drinking. Like, when we go to a restaurant, we don't go get drinks usually. You know, like, we drink, but not much. Like, I'll buy alcohol, and it lasts months. You know, we don't smoke. We don't drink beer. We do drink pop, but I only buy it when it's on sale because that's what I do. Um, but that's what we do for. We don't go to to a lot of concerts, or what other expensive. We don't have a car for expensive. Oh, that's your opening line of first dates. And we don't have expensive hobbies other than my husband's computers and stuff. Like, we don't. And we always like looking for deals. Well, this month I'm trying something different. So my husband, I used to sometimes make him lunch for work when I was working. Um, but he doesn't like. He's not a big sandwich person. Like, none of my family is a big sandwich person and stuff like that. Oh, here comes Princess. She's going to come and say hello. Um, but uh, he's been saying, like, lately he's been buying his lunch. Like, he buys his lunch, but he only spends about $5 or so on lunch. Amaya's wrenching ourselves. Good morning, he provides. And so this month, I'm trying something different of him, trying to make him a lunch while I make the girls. So in today's lunch video, here's Princess. Okay, you're trying to climb over here. Okay, there. Here's Princess. Okay, where are you going? Oh, apparently I need to pet with this hand. Watching while exercising. Well, here's Princess. She's going to whack me with her tail. Where are you going? Oh, she's going to try and lick the egg residue off the plate. I have wine for days. I drink a cup after I leave this place almost every day. Well, so a way to do that, have you ever considered making your own wine? So I've done that a couple times. I'm not a big wine drinker, but uh, I don't like spending $12 for a bottle of wine. They drive me. But when I make wine at a local wine spot, um, it costs like $79 for the wine, and then if you have if you have to buy bottles, they're like $1 a bottle. If you don't have to buy bottles, you use your own bottles. So $79 plus tax. Well, it makes 30 and a half or 31, depending on the size of bottles, of wine. Well, that is like under $3 or about $3 with tax a bottle of wine. And it's good wine because you can make Merlot, you can make whatever. I've made wine cooler. There's a hard lemonade one that I still have some bottles for, but I'll do that every once in a while. But the problem is it's a big chunk of change at first, but then after, so because that's the thing, it's like if we go somewhere, we usually have to bring a bottle of wine. Like, see, that's the other thing. We don't really socialize. We don't have a lot of adult friends that do stuff. Like, we're kind of introverts. We're kind of homebodies. Yeah. So I don't really go out with other adults. So, but when we do, or my husband has work, because he's the boss at work, he has to bring, usually a couple bottles of wine for the Christmas party or whatever. Um, so I like making the wine because it's cheaper instead of like $12 bottles. Um, and then when I make recipes that require wine, so if I make red wine, which I do like, which I think I just finished the last bottle, but it's taken me like 3 years to get through like 30 bottles of wine. That's with giving it away as teacher's gifts, cheap, back end of the year or Christmas teacher gift. Thinking of which, I should probably make some for that purpose. $3. Well, all you do is, so you do it at the wine store, so that it's here, like, you could buy it cheaper and do it at home, but you do it at the wine store. You put the sugar packet or whatever in the bottle, the thing, leave it there. You go back a month later, and then you bottle it there. Doesn't cost, like, you bring your own bottles that are washed and you bottle it there. You pay no, you just pay for the wine. So, and if you wanted specialty labels, so usually the wine comes with a certain label, but if you wanted specialty labels, you can make. Doing it cheap has a wine making video. Yes, yes, you can even do it even like cheaper. Like, you can go to Costco even and buy the wine making kits. You just have to have your big bottle. Like, it's a big huge glass bottle. What's ever called? Um, but it's cheaper there. But I like doing it at the store because I don't have the equipment to keep it, and I don't have to carry it. I don't have to move it. They bring it to you. They have all the equipment, and it takes to bottle it maybe an hour, maybe less if you have another person to come with to do it with you. Because it's like it's a good two-person job. But I mean, for under $100, you get like 30 bottles of wine. I mean, that's crazy. So that's a way to make wine. I'd love to learn how to make rum because I like rum much better. You're way too lazy for that. um, well, that's an hours of your time. Well, so if you do it at the wine store, it's done there. Hmm. Yes, I want somebody to make like a wine store, but to make rum, and I'll bottle because I like rum. My husband likes vodka, but yeah, I don't mind vodka either. But I'm not a beer. We don't drink beer. I drink wine at my in-laws. Actually, went out for a supper with my in-laws and my family, like a big family supper for my daughter's birthday to celebrate my daughter's birthday. 2 weeks, yeah, a week and a half ago, and her birthday. And we ordered a carafe of sangria, which was really nice. See, that's my kind of wine because I like sweet. I don't like dry. But oh, another thing about saving money, like if we're talking about if you like to buy alcohol or whatever, certain things you can buy cheaper. Like if you can find some sort of discount um, liquor store or whatever, or Bang and Dent, or the stuff that's discontinued could buy that. Or it's actually cheaper to buy the biggest bottle of whatever you can per like the cost per milliliter is or per ounce um, is so much cheaper than the smaller bottles. Have $2 check. Go ahead, try it. I'm always trying stuff anyways. Don't like beer or vodka. I like bourbon and rum too. Yes. Well, I was gonna say it's the little bit of the Bahamas in me that likes the rum. Because I was born in the Bahamas. My dad's from the Bahamas, and actually used to say, like when back when he was a kid, uh, the dentist used to give you like a couple of shots of rum as anesthesia when they had to pull a tooth. I'm like, okay. Yes, I like fruity. I like sweet. All right, gotta head out to get. Have a great day. Yes, I'll let you know, Angie, when I get off here. I'll message her. Yeah, drinking. Yeah, makes me tired too. I think it does for everybody. Well, I mean, sometimes like if you can't sleep at night, have a drink, like one drink. It might relax your brain enough to actually fall asleep. I don't recommend it as as a everyday type of thing because you can get used to that as a habit because it is habit forming. But everything in moderation is fine, you know, and that's the thing. Um, oh, force. Oh, what did Steve do that he's a force of nature? Did I miss it? um. Oh. So, like I was saying about money. So my husband got me a ticket for my birthday for Bon Jovi, but I'm like, well, I don't want. I looked at the prices and I'm like, I don't. I can't justify hundreds of dollars um, for a few hours. Okay, he's wrenching himself, but I could justify 100, maybe, because it's a treat. I drink the wine to relax me while I cook dinner for the kids. It's not always every day. I'm catching up since I was pregnant and breastfeeding to my son. Exactly. Well, and also they say now studies show that like half a beer or half a glass of wine, even while breastfeeding, actually helps with your milk production, especially um, if you're having trouble with that. You know, but again, it's all about moderation. I mean, and even if you go and get like blasted drunk, if you get blasted drunk once in a blue moon, it's all about moderation. I mean, because sometimes you just do, and you know it's fun or whatever. Um, well, exactly. Me too. I didn't. With both my pregnancies, I didn't drink at all. I did drink coffee. That's about because my doctor's like, well, if you drink this much coffee normally, just try and switch to decaf or and I switched some. So I would do half calf, half decaf, or half my coffees coffee and half as decaf. I just didn't enjoy decaf, but I was working overnights with both my pregnancies, and so I actually had to stay awake. I could not sleep. So my kids, um, my kids had no problem necessarily sleeping through the night, even though I was up all night with both my pregnancies. My kids slept through the night. They had to get up and like normal babies. Um, but they went back to bed. Uh, your mouth zippered. Well, I mean, like, my mom drank a bit and smoked and did all that stuff during pregnancies. That may explain some things. But I mean, she had like but that was back in the 70s where they didn't know the problems with that type of stuff. But no, I mean, there's so many studies you see online on the news and stuff. They're like, I like finding the studies that go with what I'm doing. So every once in a while, coffee's good for you, but not in excess. Oh, coffee is bad. Or one glass of wine a day helps, keep, your heart going. And having wine is bad because there's blah, blah, blah. You know, but there's never been any good things about smoking. So, that's good. I used to smoke a little bit when I was younger, quit when I found I was pregnant, and haven't touched it since. So, but and I did it for social because everybody else at work was, you know, doing it. But no, it wasn't that hard. One glass of wine is supposed to be good for exactly. Glass of wine is good for digestion. Well, it's all about moderation, right? And so this is like same with food. I've been watching a lot of another great channel to watch is Living on a Dime. Okay, love 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 her channel, and she's like no nonsense, and all the things that she shares are able to be done anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world. It's all about just like converting it to your dollars or whatever. Like her tips of what is cheap everywhere. Like chicken breasts are more expensive than chicken quarters or a whole chicken, right? So in any country, so buying chicken quarters or a whole chicken is going to be cheaper than like right now today. I was just looking at my flyers on the Flip app. I could get a whole chicken for $1.98 a pound Canadian, which is like, hey Google, what is $1.98 Canadian in US dollars?
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that yet.
Hey Google, convert $1.98 Canadian to US.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Hey Google, what is the US exchange rate?
One United States dollar is approximately one Canadian dollar and 29 cents.
Okay, hey Google, what is $2 Canadian in US?
My apologies.
Oh,
I don't understand.
130. So three is $1. So $2 is like $1.50 American. I know Google. I'm like, he told me the exchange rate. I'm like, I don't want to do the math. Come on, Google, help me not do the math first thing in the morning. I'll be debt-free by this time. I'm 33. If I keep this up, awesome. Yes, coffee while pregnant is okay. Caffeine. It's the caffeine. So they say a couple cups a day is fine. So, especially, so this is the thing. If you've always drank coffee, to just continue to do what you were doing, right? Don't go, because sometimes the coffee actually will regulate your blood pressure, and it's more harmful to have higher blood pressure while pregnant than to have the caffeine. If you never drank coffee, well, don't start drinking coffee, right? But it's also like it's just the caffeine in the chocolate and the pop. So a lot of people switch from coffee to pop. Well, pop sometimes has more caffeine in it than the coffee, and some chocolate has more caffeine. And I don't know about you, but when I was pregnant, I liked my chocolate. Well, exactly. Go through caffeine withdrawals, you'll get headaches, which you can't take a lot of the meds for the headaches. So just have the coffee. Like it's more stress on your body, which you don't need when you're like making another human in there. And like there's just so many things that like oh, mute while I work. Well, exactly. Like, if I don't have coffee, I can go a day without coffee. It's not, and it's usually when I'm not when I'm feeling sick. I don't feel like coffee, but sometimes I'll get a headache or whatever. Um, and some days I know that I've drank way too much coffee because the next day when I'm not drinking that amount of coffee, my body's like, eh. So it's like, oh. But sometimes I just like drinking coffee because I like the taste and it's available. And I don't like wasting the rest of the pot. Especially if I'm home, I'll probably drink. Mm, I think I drink more smaller cups of coffee. Like if I'm out, I'll have where I'm going. If I'm thirsty, I'll grab coffee. If I'm going to pay $2 for a coffee or $2 for a pop, I'll probably get a coffee because that lasts longer than a pop for me. Because a pop I'll drink quicker because it's cold. And the coffee's hot and you can't chug that stuff unless it's cold. But I was saying, check out Living on a Dime. They're a great channel, and the tips that she shares are completely universal. And I like that she's no nonsense and stuff like that. And she does have a cookbook and all that stuff. That the only problem is with the cookbook is that the cost for shipping to Canada costs as much as the cookbook. So I haven't bought it yet, but almost all of her recipes and stuff are available on her website too. So I've checked her out there. So that's what I've been doing. I just use drink 3 or 4 pots. Ooh, yeah, I don't drink that much. I drink on a bad day. I drink a pot of coffee. By myself, yeah, maybe not even a full pot. Um, and or I'll drink 3 extra large coffees if I'm out. Like if I'm out and about, I might get 3 either ventis if they're Starbucks or extra large or if they're Tim Hortons. Um, Now I drink on an average, I'd say half a pot, 6. This is about my cup size, so maybe 5 or 6 of these. Like this is my second. See, I'm unsure because I usually drink it partially down, and then when it gets cold, I top it up with more hot stuff. I have the same pot, but there's usually when in the morning, like I'll drink it and it'll just be there, like it's not on. I'll just heat up my cup. Um, in the morning, there's usually still like a quarter to a half of a pot I end up throwing out. Or once I've got a garden going, I actually water my plants with it because the caffeine from the coffee is good for your plants. Same with your coffee grinds and your tea bags. Just don't put them right on the plants. Put them around because the grinds and stuff in that is quite acidic. I was saying about things to save my. So look, I mean, I was showing earlier at the beginning of my stream. I showed my fridge. I haven't done groceries literally 2 weeks. My fridge is still full. My friend just contacted me because this is my normal week to do groceries. So we were off by a week, but by 4 or 5 days last time because she was not available. So I stretched my food, which wasn't that hard, till the Monday 2 weeks ago, and so this is my normal grocery week. But I'm going to be stretching. I'm going to try and stretch it for another week till next Wednesday because I've got lots of food still, and I have really no room in my freezer. Like I've been eating some. I don't know how it works in my freezers. I did groceries. I put food away. I filled my freezers to full. I've been eating the food out of the freezers. But as I move stuff around, get the food out, put back, it's still full. So I don't understand how this is happening. Help make worms clean themselves out. Ah, yes. I was drinking black tea for a while. Worse than caffeine, but I love it too. Well, exactly. So this is the thing. It's all about moderation. Like and they say that actually caffeine is actually you know uh, it's actually recommended to have some caffeine in your body on a regular basis because it actually makes things work more efficiently, right? But there's there's a measurement of it. So whatever it is, like a cup or two of coffee or tea or pop or so much chocolate or whatever that has caffeine a day is actually recommended because it helps things go. And also caffeine helps your digestion by helping things move quicker. Like I don't know about you, but a morning coffee is the greatest way to start everything moving. Because it doesn't work like just drinking water, you know. But there's just something with it. But you also have to drink water. Like you have to drink. And the theory of drinking like 8 cups of water or 16 cups of water or whatever it is actually kind of false. Um, because you can drink too much water, it can make you not absorb as much nutrients. But you should, as your first choice, when you feel hungry, drink some water. If you feel thirsty, drink some water. Which I have to get more into drinking more water. Well, so this is what I'm doing is trying not to waste. Okay, I do have some things of the leftovers that I missed the window of opportunity to throw in the freezer, and they've gone bad. So I have to go and empty that, then clean up my fridge. But those things, my family weren't interested in having leftovers, and there's only so many leftovers I can eat. I have no problem eating leftovers, but there's only so much I can eat as leftovers. But they were of stuff that they weren't too fond of, let's say. But this weekend, we had 2 meals of leftovers, and we still have leftovers. Had a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and that's good. So that's what, I still have my menu. No, that's my to-do list today. I have to call insurance and shoppers, buy bread, make supper, clean kitty litter. That's all I wrote down this morning. Oh, where's my list? So, I mean, so that's my menu plan that I did before. I'll have to cross off what we we still haven't made shrimp linguine, but I have to do that on a day. Well, I have to do chicken for my other daughter, who doesn't like shrimp. So these are still things that they weren't done exactly on the same days. Like um, Saturday, instead of using the Groupon on Saturday, we went and saw Avengers, and we ate at home, and we're going to use the Groupon on Thursday when it's my husband's birthday, because I have it written here. Great, eat how water rust your pipes. So I mean, I still have, these are the things that on my list that I haven't made so far. So shrimp linguine, chili on pasta, Bahamian mac and cheese, which is scheduled for tonight, which I think I'll still make, even though we went for Eastside Mario's yesterday. My family loves baked mac and cheese. And then tomorrow is supposed to be leftovers, dinner out. My youngest and I, if she was going to choir. I don't know if she's going to choir because she's doing a fast. So there you go. Both my girls are doing a think fast with the school. They brought they're supposed to fast for 24 hours and to raise money for the food bank for our local food cupboard. So my hubby and I might just go out for supper. What did the in-laws serve you? We went to, yeah, we went out to eat at Mario's, and my youngest got the they had a special like choose your own pasta thing, and so she got like the bow ties with the arrabbiata, the spicy arrabbiata sauce, and shrimp. Only thing was there was a big huge thing that looked like a baked tomato on the top. So she went, she was eating. She got like halfway through, and then she went to go eat. It looks like a baked tomato. She bit into it. She had to spit out, but there was so much juices. It was a hot pepper, round hot pepper, the size of a tomato. I ate the rest, but she was hot, so I got the waiter to bring us a glass of milk because she was dying, like she was, And then my niece was, you know, saw her reaction and was kind of laughing and almost choked because she was had food in her mouth. It's like no, 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 no. So she took home her leftovers because she was like feeling ill because it was like beyond spicy. Like I found it spicy, like, and I like my hot. And I'm like, okay, I'm fine. I can work through this. But she actually had her leftover breakfast. So the sauce and stuff wasn't like it was spicy, like spicier, like a spicy chili, spicy. Um, that wasn't the problem. Was the hot pepper. So we had that for yesterday for a celebration of my oldest daughter's and my mother-in-law's birthdays. Well, exactly. It's this like a hot pepper that big and round and red, and the center part cut out where like the stem goes because well, it's probably baked, thrown on top and baked. But no, it was a good hot pepper. Just we know now that if we order that, to not eat the hot pepper. So, so I have that down for Tuesday. So that might be changing. A roast chicken and stuffing. Oh, I have to cross that one off because we had that. But I still have. Um, we had that. So I still have another whole chicken, and I have at least 1 or 2 boxes of stuffing. I still have a roast beef, mashed potatoes, Yorkshire pudding available to like those. I had potatoes and stuff like that to make mashed potatoes. Yorkshire pudding, my family loves. So there's that. Um, and then we have either and then spaghetti dinner. Those ones are ones that I've written down on this list. But there's there's still so much food that's why I plan. You need to make beer can chicken. Well, first I need to buy beer because there's not a can of beer in this house. Well, glad she's. I will try and find an arrabbiata recipe and make that. Yes, because I think that would be nice. I'd have to find a copycat Eastside Mario's arrabbiata recipe. Well, so since it's springtime and barbecue, I'm thinking that when I do groceries, um, next week, I'm going to get more things to go on the grill. So like chicken breasts or beef, like to make skewers and stuff like that, or pork. Roast beef sucks unless served with Kimmel Weck rolls. No, I like Yorkshire pudding. Actually, my nana used to make your beef roast beef, and then she'd take the drippings from the roast beef. Well, some of the drippings and make gravy, but also make what she called brown spaghetti. And what brown spaghetti is basically cooked spaghetti with mozzarella cheese shredded on top, and the drippings and or slash gravy from the roast beef. So it's like poutine, but with pasta instead of potatoes, which was really good. My family loves that too. So, but they love. I could just make Yorkshire pudding, just Yorkshire pudding. But I like making Yorkshire pudding with like bacon grease or the grease from a good roast. But usually my roasts aren't that fatty because I don't like um, buying really fatty roasts. I get whatever's on sale. But when I get a roast, if I'm alert enough when I'm going to freeze the roast, I take the roast out of the package, I stab it with a knife, and I put garlic cloves throughout the roast, and then I put onion soup mix in the bag with some Worcestershire sauce and a bit of lemon juice, and let it kind of marinate, and then freeze it. So once it's frozen, all those things marinate. Like when you take it out to defrost, as it's defrosting for how many hours, it's marinating. Yeah, fat is where it's at, but my family doesn't like fatty meat, right? So I do get stuff with some fat. Um, that's why I'm saying the drippings will have the fat in it. But I do it lately. I've done it the past. I've done it twice in the instant pot. Oh, the meat, mwah, perfection. I mean, oh my goodness, like super tender, super yummy. And so that means I could get the really cheap roast and it'll taste like the texture of like a good roast. Because it's all about saving money, right? Now I do like getting the meat when I go to Costco for a roast if I can and then I'll cut it myself, like buy the big huge thing and then cut it as a couple of roasts and some steaks. I usually do that with this for cutting up of steaks. Um which might be in my plan to do when I do groceries next week, is to put it in my budget for more at Costco than at Superstore, depending on what's on sale. Yep, I keep on joking that we're meatarians or secondary vegetarians. Cows eat grass, we eat cows. Yeah, yeah. In the summertime we eat a lot more vegetables than in the wintertime because my family doesn't like a lot of root vegetables or winter squashes. So that's the only thing that's actually relatively reasonable here in Canada in the wintertime. Everything else is expensive. So in the summertime, they eat like, I guess you would call us more like seasonal eaters. Because in the summertime, we could almost be grain free. Um, yeah, good morning, Shlomo. We could almost be grain free and eat vegetables and meat and fruit because that's when everything is grown locally and it tastes like superb, like the tomatoes coming from gardens, cucumbers, lettuce. We have lots of salads. We have lots of grilled vegetables. The summer squashes my husband likes. Um, have a good day. He provides Homestead, and thanks for stopping by. And we'll have a lot more skewers and or roast potatoes on the barbecue. Um, my my family will eat like broccoli and cauliflower. Um, Abby won't eat cauliflower. I think I'm trying to think of. There's one that she'll eat broccoli but not cauliflower. And or we'll do a lot of fresh veggies and dip as a side because it's just too hot to cook. So we'll grill meat and then we'll have veggies and dip or and hummus and pita or something like that. You know, I think we eat and I think we eat healthily, more healthy um, in the summer because the prices of fruits and vegetables are so cheap. Like I can make a fresh like fruit salad or just cut up fruit plate, and my family will be happy with that as a side. You know, while in the wintertime the fruit travels like thousands of miles. Like, sorry, people expect you to work when you're at work. I don't get it. um, so fruits and vegetables travel so far to get up here. Like we have, like in Canada where I live, like there are a lot of like veggies and stuff grown in greenhouses and stuff like that, and they're good, but they taste so much better when they are prime in the summertime. And the berries, like where I live, lots. It's actually prime for vegetables and berries and fruit, like apples. If you go a couple of hours south from me, like the Niagara region, well, that's a few more hours. That's about 6 hours south from me. Drive. Uh, the Niagara region can grow anything except for I think bananas and pineapple and coconut. The tropical fruits they can't. I know. Hi, Sullivan Family Homestead. How's it going? Amanda, how dare your work expect you actually to work while you're at work versus chatting with me on YouTube? But so I'm looking forward to summer. Have summer foods and grilling. Yes, haven't so I'm going to the Bon Jovi concert tonight. Yay! So I don't go to concerts often. The last concert I went to was 21 years ago. I saw Phil Collins in 1997 at the same place. It used to be called the Corel Center. Now it is called Canadian Tire Center. Do I have an outfit? No, I'm thinking I'm just gonna wear a sundress because I'm gonna be like right now it's cool. It's like 15 degrees, but I'm gonna get hot in there. Now if I wear jeans and a t-shirt, I might sweat. So if I wear a sundress, the last concert when you were 9. So my first concert I ever went to, I was 14, and I went and saw George Michael at the local exhibition, the fair here. I saw him, and I paid $40 for my tickets. And when you went to your last concert, oh, Amanda, don't show me how much younger you were. And then I went to see Kim Mitchell again at the X. Actually, that one I didn't have to pay for at the X when you had a ticket and they had like not local bands, but bands come to you. Um, and they played on the days that you went to the X. You actually got to see those concerts for free. Um, and so I got to see Kim Mitchell that way, and I think the Bare Naked Ladies back before they were big. They came to the X the next year, I think. Because I only went to the X like once each year, like on Bracelet Day. So you paid like $40 or whatever on Bracelet Day, and then they had certain concerts at night. So there's concerts during the day in the stadium that were for free, and then at night they had concert tickets that were like 40 or up to $100 at the time for the nighttime concerts. So yeah, I saw Bare Naked Ladies when they came to the X, probably when I was 16 or so. But they were a free concert. So that's the thing. I've seen George Michael. I paid for it. It was my first actual concert. I was 14 in '89, and um, I saw Bare Naked Ladies and Kim Mitchell. Oh, I saw Brian Adams in I think 90. Oh, maybe 96 in the 90s. Chickadee China, the Chinese chicken. You had a drumstick and your brain stuffed. Yes. Now that's going to be. Oh, saw Red Hot Chili Peppers again at the X. And then one time we bought tickets. This was in the late 90s. So I guess that was so the last big concert was at the was like a Lilith Fair. So it was a music concert thing. And there was a whole bunch of bands there. So there was can't remember right now. There's a whole bunch of girl. It was all girl bands, so girl bands, girl singers. Um, and it was really good. But it was just like a fair, like a concert in a like a field, like a football field type thing. There wasn't seats or anything, so I wouldn't necessarily. I don't necessarily call that kind of concert. But I like Bon Jovi. He's one of my favorite rock bands. Like I like Def Leppard, Bon Jovi, AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, and I like certain songs from a whole bunch of other groups. Well, I liked at the time before like when she was Alanis Morissette actually is from Ottawa. She actually went to school with a friend of mine. She's like the same age as me, but this was before her Ironic tour or whatever. I liked her music back then. And there was like Belinda Carlisle and Whitney Houston, Brian Adams, Michael Jackson, Prince, uh, Corey Hart. Oh yeah, Corey Hart's coming back. I saw. Good morning, Bacon Diva. Well, have a good day, Raisin Ray's Tribe. Thanks for popping by. Oh yeah, don't forget to give a thumbs up. Yeah, I think I have a troll that likes to come by on all my live streams, and sometimes make multiple accounts because I have a thumbs down, but they don't seem to do it too much on my posted videos, but on all my live streams. Sometimes I have like 4 or 5, and I'm like, what? But they don't pop in necessarily and be trolls, so I don't know. How's your knee doing, Baking Diva? Because she has the same thing happen. Okay, so there's probably just somebody who just doesn't like live streams. I don't know. So is my camera just being... Oh, I know why it's doing it. I need to plug it in. It was not showing up the... just excuse me a second. As I plug in to get some charge. It was not keeping the um, comments on the stream very well. Long good, done with physiotherapy. Doctor has me taking water aerobics. Cool. Why are you ducking, Steve? He wants me in the water. Well, it's easier on your knees doing um doing any type of exercises in the water. You don't have the gravity and the pressure on your knees. Oh, he's... Oh, okay. Okay. I used to do... My mom, when I was a teen, she did water aerobics at the local pool near our place, and I used to go with her sometimes. I enjoyed it. I was like, well, I was the youngest person there. My mom was the second youngest person there, and I've done water aerobics uh, when I had a membership at the gym near me, and it it was good. Like, I liked it because, like, hey, you're sweating, but you're in the pool, and so you cool off, and then you can take a shower and all that stuff. So I did like... and as you get older, it's easier. You don't look so silly in the water because everybody looking silly in the water. Well, I've done aerobics classes, in classes too, but following directions is hard. Sorry. Had to go message my friend before I forgot to see if she can give Angie a ride to the concert tonight. I know, and but it's not even that they come. Sometimes they come in here and they say nasty things, but sometimes, a lot of times, they're not even coming in here and saying nasty things. But I look at my live stream when I'm done, and I have like 3 or 4 down thumbs, and I'm like, okay. So what was a hate channel? The guy that popped in and was questionable, um, talking about meat. Yeah, okay. So he might have done a thumbs down. Well, did you get rid of him? Cause he didn't. His comment was questionable, kind of like when I was talking about Bare Naked Ladies, and Steve said he'd like to go see Bare Naked Ladies, but he was not talking about the band. Oh, okay. So you got rid of... So did you get rid of him? Okay. Because I wasn't too sure. Okay. Yeah, I wait till they actually say something. Just watch. Steve was on it. Steve scared him by brute strength. Exactly. Because I said his first comment was questionable, and then that was it. I'm not gonna have a piece of dark chocolate. Not much. I prefer milk chocolate, but I just want a little bit. This was remember the Easter basket of stuff that I got from Lint that was free when I bought so much groceries or whatever. There was two of these boxes, but my kids don't like dark chocolate, so they're mine. Mm-hmm. That's it. It's a health food. That's what. Eggs, chocolate, coffee. So far, it's a well-rounded breakfast. But just like it was saying there, I'm like, I'm gonna have a piece of this. But see, dark chocolate, I can limit myself by having a little bit. While milk chocolate is very hard for me to limit having. Well, that's why I like when I get Halloween and Easter and stuff. If we get like the little chocolates that are individually wrapped, I can limit myself to having like a couple of those versus a bar. But if I have a bar, I want to eat the whole bar. So what I do, like also to save money, is after Christmas, Easter, Halloween, I'll go and find our favorite chocolates and what's on sale and marked down for like 50% or less, and I will buy them and throw them in the freezer. Like peanut butter cups, oh my goodness, them actually come out of the freezer actually still frozen are like, super yummy. Or you just let them defrost a bit. Oh, almond bar. Oh no, I like just chocolate almonds. Even if they're dark chocolate covered almonds, they're yummy. Oh, a chocolate breakfast of champions. Yeah, but I mean that's why it's like I was talking to a friend of mine, and we were discussing of like she's not used to shopping, like she'll shop sales, but not all sales, and she'll buy some convenience type foods and stuff like that. But a situation has come by recently that her finances are limited, right? A huge bill has come in, plus car repairs have come in that we were talking again. She was like, "How do you?" Because she's normally doesn't necessarily like she'll shop her shopping list. She'll go to the store with a shopping list. She'll buy the stuff on the shopping list, and then she's like, "Oh, I can't believe I spent $300 this week on groceries, or $200 this week on groceries, or whatever." And then she'll still have to get like milk or bread if they run out, but then she'll pick up a few other things. So her family of four, which is similar to my family of four. Like she has at least one a teenage boy, so I'm thinking maybe a teenage boy might eat as much as two teenage girls. But my youngest eats like an adult. My oldest depends on the food. She'll eat like an adult, or she'll eat like a toddler, depending on the meal. Sometimes, uh, but my youngest usually, has a good appetite. Oh yes, don't like like almonds though. No, I like them chocolate covered. They're fine. Made with almond paste. So Yum, yum, yum. Ooh, I have to go. I will have to check out. I haven't watched your videos this week. I will have to check them out. Yummy. Okay. Okay, I just got Bacon Diva. You will definitely not make me lose weight. I love your baking videos. They inspire me to try different things. Yum. Anyway, so I was talking. So we were talking, and like we had coffee, and I was sitting down with her, and we were talking about what she normally spends and why, like what she buys and stuff. And I'm like, well, are you buying any of these things specifically because of medical reasons? Because there's some, like, I have a couple of friends whose kids are like are autistic or whatever, and there's certain foods that they have to make sure that they buy because they're the only ones their kids will eat, and their kids would starve without eating these certain foods, and or they're trying to get, like, of the vegetables they will only eat broccoli, so they always have to buy broccoli whether it's on sale or not, right? Because that's the only vegetable that the child will eat. So I'm like, well, go through your what your kids eat and stuff. Is there anything that they absolutely like? Now let's look at those things that they absolutely love, and let's look on the Flip app and see where they're on sale. So we saw, she goes, oh, I didn't know they were on sale here, because she doesn't necessarily even look at the flyers, right? And the Flip app shows all the ones in the local area. So she goes, I normally spend $7 on these box of chicken nuggets, and they're on sale for $5. Well, buy them at this store for $5, or go to Superstore or Walmart and price match them. So you only have to go to one store, right? And like I went through like her list and saved her like $100 just going through her actual list of what she normally buys in a given week of apples and stuff. And I said, well, like I said to her, like, um do you normally have excess food at the end of the week? Like, when you buy a bag of apples, do you have excess apples at the end of the week, or do they go bad or whatever? She's like, yes. Well, go maybe look here. So there's two things of apples. One was a price for 3 pounds of apples, and this one was a price per pound. Technically, the one for price per pound was about 2 or 3 cents more per pound than the one for the 3 pounds of apples. It was about 20 cents difference to buy 3 pounds at the price per pound than it was to buy the 3 pound bag. So I said to her, I go, well, for apples, if you find that after at the end of the week that, or that there's apples that you don't eat, and then the kids don't want them because they're kind of a bit like wrinkly or whatever, why don't you just spend the little bit extra money per pound and only buy 8 apples, like 2 apples each for 4 days or whatever, or however amount of days you want, versus the whole 3 pounds, because then you won't be wasting the food, because the money that you're throwing out is money you've already spent. So sometimes it's worth it to spend a little bit more and get just what you need versus buying it because it's in a big bag. Like, I'm always big on buying in bulk because my family will eat it, but I at least know when things are starting to get off, like fruits and vegetables are starting to get wrinkly or old, I will chop them up and throw them in the freezer. My friend is not used to doing stuff like that. She's not used to making freezer meals. She's used to going to the store with a list, buying the stuff on the list, not really looking at prices. Like, she'll look at the prices and go, okay, there's Hellman's mayonnaise or there's store brand mayonnaise, and they might just buy the store brand mayonnaise because it might be cheaper, or she'll buy whatever's on cheaper from, and she was loyal to the grocery store closest to her home. The grocery store closest to her home was not a discount type grocery store, it was more of an expensive one that rarely had good sales on things. I go, if you go to Food Basics or Freshco for the majority of your fruits and vegetables and canned stuff, you'll be saving hundreds of dollars just even going to that one store and buying your list and getting stuff that's even not on sale. But if you shop the sales, you'll even save more. you know, and it was kind of like an eye opener for her. Yeah, here in Canada, most Walmart's price match and Superstore price matches, Freshco price matches, but only price matches local grocery stores. They don't price match like Shoppers or like the pharmacies or Giant Tiger, which is a clothing slash discount grocery store ish. So they won't price match those. Um, but Freshco is like a kind of a discount grocery, but they only price match a limit of 2 items per barcode. So, say for example, Campbell's soup is on sale for 50 cents, which is an awesome price. It's my buy price. I buy it only when it's on sale for 50 cents. I could get 2 vegetable, 2 mushroom, 2 chicken noodle, 2 tomato. You know, because those are the only ones that are usually on sale for 50 cents. Um, while other stores like Superstore and Walmart don't really have a limit. I think Superstore has a limit of 4 per item, so I think I could get like 4 vegetable, 4 mushroom. Um, but I'm unsure because I don't usually buy more than 4 or 6 of something. My son-in-law does food shopping. He likes it. Always uses coupons. I'm bad. I clip them and forget to bring them. How do you buy something really need? Well, yeah. So I clip coupons, but we don't have a lot of good coupons here, right? And yes, I also forget to bring them sometimes. But I'll go if I'm really on my ball. Like I have my coupons. Like these ones, I have to go through these because these ones I organized a long time ago, and they've all expired. But like I'll clip coupons, but I don't actually use them sometimes because I'll find something. And these ones are old. Um, I had just found it had this had fallen in my couch a while ago, so I'm going to double check them all, but I think they're all expired. I'll bring them with me and see if, for example, um, say I needed to get like air freshener. Let's just say. So there's a coupon: buy 2 get 1 free of Glade. Well, if Glade's like $4, that means I'm paying $8 for the air freshener, even though I'm getting 3 of them for the $8. If the store brand one is only $2, I can get 3 of them for $6. So it's cheaper. So I always like sometimes I'll clip the coupons of things that we either eat or that we'd like to try, and I try and use those coupons when those items are on sale, so they're cheaper, or use the coupons on the smallest amount of package. So you save more money. Say, for example, my family uses Sunlight laundry soap. We like that smell. And if I have a coupon for $1 off Sunlight and it says between 32 and 96 loads um, bottle, I will do it on the 16, not the 16, the 32 loads, and you hopefully have multiples of that coupon, because then I'm saving the 32 loads, maybe like $5.99. Well, it's now $4.99 instead of the 96 loads of being $10.99, and you're only saving $1. Well, I can get like 2 or 3 of them for the price of that other one, you know? But yeah, but here in Canada we don't have a lot of um, good coupons at all. Oh, what's that? Yeah, these are all old. In there. But see, this is much easier. I also would just put them in a Ziploc bag and bring them with me with my grocery list. And I'm glad it's paper recycling this week. Bye, puppy's breath. If I missed you, I think I said bye earlier. Um, But groceries is one place that you can drastically save money if you think outside the box and if you're prepared too. So that's what I'm hoping to do the next few months is kind of try and stretch my groceries. Well, after this time of it being 3 weeks, I think I'll still do every 2 weeks because I like it better. Well, I might do it one more 3 week and then do 2 weeks actually on payday. Um, oh no, when I do it this week, it'll be actually on payday, so do 2 weeks. Went and food shopping yesterday. Awesome. Hi, Bill 457. Um, see, the problem is, so I go usually every 2 weeks. Well, last time was 3 weeks. The next one, so I go whenever I go shopping. Doesn't matter. Usually takes me 5 or 6 hours to shop, but I shop for 5 or 6 hours, and I get the deals from all the different stores or price match at one store what I can. I need to look at those food storage containers you showed us last week. Yes, they're from Tupperware. But there's Tupperware that you have to get from a representative, or you can get the Rubbermaid ones that you can get also at the store. You can also check online on Amazon, but they're both actually really good. That's awesome. So well, see, so if I shop and say chicken legs are on sale this week, I'm gonna shop. I'm gonna buy enough for the next 4 or 6 weeks for my freezer. That way, like if it's on sale at my buy price, I know roughly how much I spend on things. Now, there's sometimes really crazy sales which I don't remember um, to record, but like I like if a chicken is under $2 a pound, that's a good price to buy a chicken. So I'll buy a whole chicken for under $2 a pound. But here, also in Canada, Costco, their rotisserie chicken is cheaper than buying a chicken and cooking it yourself. Because I'm still paying about $8 and something for a chicken sometimes, and a cooked chicken here is $7.99, and they're really big, like they're nice big meaty ones. But um, and they're like over a kilogram. I think maybe a kilogram and a half or something. Chickens. Anyways, I know someone that uses coupons. They pay 30 for a cart full of food. So that's the thing. In Canada, we can't we don't get enough coupons for that. Like we don't get we get very rarely any coupons on fresh vegetables. And it's usually so but I use those coupons. We usually get coupons like on the taco kits. If you buy a taco kit and a salsa, you get $5 off your fresh veggies or your fresh produce with it. And um and so I'll buy the taco kit and salsa when it's on sale for $1.99 or $2.50 or $2.99. So literally, you're getting $5 free veggies, and you're paying the cheapest amount, or you're getting the free taco kit and salsa kit while paying for the veggies. It's kind of that's about the only really good coupon. Sometimes like we've had the old coupons. Like I'll show you. Oh, like this is also another good old coupon. So was it save $3 on buying salsa and eggs? So I can usually get salsa for 2 or 2.50, and eggs I usually pay under $2. So I was paying like $1 or $1.50 for salsa and eggs. So that's like another good coupon. We don't get those up. That's an old one. But most most coupons, like if we're lucky, stuff like this, it'd be like buy two get one free of like canned fruit. It's mostly on canned goods. We get lots of coupons on like mustard, but it's like 75 cents or 50 cents. Um, yeah, the most expensive coupons we can get usually are on like laundry detergent or whatever. Save $2.50, but you have to buy a certain size. And laundry detergent here is like $5 or more. No, we don't have a CVS. Do they have farmers market? We have farmers markets, but our farmers markets are actually usually more expensive than the grocery store because they are doing it for an income, right? But I do shop at the farmers markets, and because I like getting their produce, and their prices sometimes are comparable to the grocery store, sometimes a bit cheaper, sometimes more expensive, depending on the thing. Yes, there is a lady on here that does a video on coupons. Yeah. So here in Canada, we don't have we don't get a lot of coupons. Our flyers, our grocery store flyers, don't put a coupon. Like they might put one coupon maybe in. If you get the flyers, we get the Red Plum and the Proctor Silex, not Proctor Silex, Johnson's coupons or whatever. They come like every month or two. Um, but they're on their products, like and you might get maybe 10 coupons. Not a lot. Oh, I just got a message from my daughter. What did she say? I get some. See, we don't get coupons with our receipts here either. Um, I know when we've traveled to the States to do shopping, I go to Price Choppers, and they have coupons you can load on your card, and you can get them printed out and use them there. And I'll go online and I'll search coupons. Here are the coupons that you can get online that you have to print out. They're they're not that great. Like they're on. We get a lot of coupons for like cleaning supplies and toiletries, like toilet paper and feminine products. But then also our toilet paper and feminine products are expensive, so it brings them down to kind of closer to the U.S. prices. Um, like here, 24 rolls of toilet paper of like Cottonelle, so the good 2-ply cotton. I buy when it's on sale for $3.99 or less. So it's not cheap. Like even our dollar store has like cheap toilet paper for I think it used to be $1.50, but now I think it's $2. I have the digital coupons for my supermarket. Yeah, so we have a few that are trying a bit of like the grocery store digital ones, but it's ones that you have like Food Basics just started putting some out, but they're on things like mustard and ketchup, um, and they change. So it's like, but you and they have them, so it's on things that aren't even on sale, of course, right? And you can't interchange those. Those are like store brand specific coupons, so you can't use them at other stores where it is on sale. So yeah, you don't save much. So that is why I like kind of knowing the price. I'd rather shop the sales. Um, and then like I like shopping at Superstore here because you get PC points, which you actually get money off your groceries. Like you actually like on any of your groceries. So right now I have I think $30. Like so it works out to about every month or so shopping the PC points, but now they've changed their system. I was getting about $20 free groceries every month. Um, which is great. So sometimes I would save it up for those weeks if I wanted to go on an off week that I didn't have money, I could use it, or on the weeks that I wanted to use money elsewhere. Like so, if I had a big list that I needed to get at Costco, I would use my PC points at Superstore for my everyday stuff, and then I can use my actual money at Costco for groceries, like for what I needed to get there. Because it's really hard to make a list for Costco because I can look online for their coupons that's on sale this week at Costco, but I don't know how much their beef is or whatever, and it might be so much per pound, but I don't know how much their package is because it's always a huge package. So if I want to get beef for the barbecue, which I think I'm going to be doing next week, I'm going to allot $100 for the beef, because I know it's going to be under that. But I'm going to say, okay, $100 for the beef. It'll probably be about 60, and that'll be at least one or two roasts, plus at least 10 steak slash cubes for um, skewers. Sometimes, so or I might end up getting $100 worth of beef for the freezer. Depends on how much I'm going to be making room in the freezer, because it's still pretty full after 2 weeks of eating and not shopping. Today I need to go get bread, and that's it. I got a pound of carrot butter for $2.99, the cheapest. Is that a certain brand carpet butter? So here in Canada, a pound of butter at the grocery store is like $3.99 normally. $3.99 to $4.99 of the store brand or whatever butter. I buy my butter when it's on sale for like $2.99 or $2.88. The last time I bought it was $2.88. Costco usually has the cheapest of butters, and it's usually about $3, give or take. all the time. So their butter is almost always about 3 to 3.99. But when it's on sale elsewhere, so Costco's smart. When it's on sale elsewhere for like $2.99, they bring theirs down for like $2.97 or $2.88. So I bought a bunch at Christmas time for $2.88. I have like 4 in my fridge, and at least 3 or 4 in the freezer that I know of. At least 3 in the freezer. So, and our butter isn't in sticks. It's a pound, like a brick. The ones in sticks are like $6 a package, because they get to cut it and wrap it in more parchment paper or wax paper or whatever they wrap them in. And if you get like the Kerrygold stuff, the expensive organic blah 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 stuff, that's like, for like a half a pound of butter is like $6. But if you do margarine, you can, any given week, you can get margarine, like a decent margarine, for like 99 cents for a small tub of it. Or sometimes we also have margarine in a brick form like butter for like $1 or something. I've never tried Kerrygold cheese. I've only heard about the good things about Kerrygold butter, because people use it to making like bulletproof coffee, and it's organic, grass fed, blah 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 blah. As you can tell, I do buy some things organic when I can afford it. Hey, get to the farm. But when I can't afford it, or I can't justify it, I'm not going to get organic. Because organic here, whatever anything is regular price, organic is either dollar more or twice as much. So if apples are $3, like say 99 cents a pound, organic apples are at least $1.50, if not $2 a pound. The Swiss is great, on sale around St. Patrick's Day. Okay. Why would it be on sale around St. Patrick's Day? What's so special about Swiss cheese and St. Patrick's Day? I don't like butter except homemade. Has a salty taste. Well, yes, I love salt. Well, you can make, so yeah, you can make homemade, but that's a lot of work. And see, I like salted butter versus the unsalted stuff. And to make butter, you need like something like a gallon of milk to make a pound of butter, and then you have this excess of whey, I think is the part that's out. Whey and whatever milk solids. and you'd have to have the equipment to make it. Like, I mean, I know you can make it also in your blender too, I think. I think you do it with cream, though. I'm trying to remember. We made butter with Scouts. I can't remember how we did it. We've made ice cream. Whey is also called buttermilk. No, see, buttermilk is sour. Yeah, cream, not milk. So I was gonna say you need like a almost like a gallon or whatever. Let's see, buttermilk here is like a sour milk that you. Only thing I know how to use it in is pancakes, and I think biscuits. Okay. Yeah, homemade butter. I was gonna say we made homemade butter, but so if you have cow and you milk your own milk, then making butter is cost effective. Buying milk to make homemade butter is not cost effective. Nowadays, the whey is used in animal feed and other items rather than buttermilk. Real buttermilk is way better. Yeah, I need to get coffee. You'll come with me and get some coffee. 21 pounds of milk to make 1 pound of butter. Ah, you know the numbers. That's why I was gonna say about a gallon of milk, like not milk, of cream. So that would be off of milk to get enough cream for 1 pound of butter. Yeah, I was gonna say a pound of cream, not a pound, a gallon. Because the milk today is pressurized fresh out of the cow milk. Well, yes. So here in Canada, it is, as you can see, I'm awful at closing my cupboards. Visual spatial learner. Here, I'll close my cupboards for you. Mad, are you still here? That probably drives you nuts. Um, Coffee. I've got to heat it up. So yeah, I still have coffee. It's warm but not hot. Um, Here in Canada, you can't buy unpasteurized milk from the store, but you can. So how? So I have a friend whose daughter had severe eczema, and she found that unpasteurized milk, her daughter drinking it, cleared up the eczema perfectly. So here you can get from a local farmer. Like you have to find. There's cow shares. So and you get into like a group of people to do a cow share, and you pay a certain amount of money a year or a month, and you get a share of the milk from that cow. So here in Canada, if you own a cow, you can drink its milk. Fine. But you can't sell the milk from the cow to people unless it's pasteurized. So the workaround they do is you can get into a group, usually like I think about 4 or 5 people do it a cow share for a cow, and the amount of milk that gets milked from that cow that week or whatever gets distributed. So you go there once a week or once every few days or whatever, and you get the milk divvied up amongst your group. It's not cheap, but if that is what you need and that is what you want, you can do that. Or you could buy your own cow and stuff like that. But this is more for people like me who live in the city and don't have land for a cow. But, and have no idea of, like, I've never milked a cow. From that cow. No, so the way that they do it, I don't think it's from that cow. So the way that they do it is that they milk cows, and these are the people that have shares in a cow, and they get milk from that. So whatever is milked that week or whatever, they get a portion, or there's a predetermined, you get 2 gallons of milk, let's say. Like, here we don't do gallons, we do liters. Our bags of milk are 4 liters, which is about a gallon. Just under, just over a gallon. So that's what they do here. But it's not cheap. So for my friend, it was better than the meds for her daughter's eczema actually worked better. So when her daughter, so also the farm um, either makes cheese or another spot makes cheese that's like unpasteurized, again, for own consumption. So they can get around certain rules and regulations um, for that. But they still follow the health regulations. There we go. There we go. Now let me see. Strawberries will be in soon. Grass will be in soon here. The grass is starting to look green. The leaves on the trees should be in soon. um, Homogenized may not always be cheaper, but is certainly better. Home raised, sorry. I heard. So yeah, so we have homogenized milk here, 2%, 1% skim. Homogenized milk we call homo milk because, and that's what it says literally, homo milk, and 2%. You can pick them in June. So normally, so years past, uh, strawberry season started just at the end of June, beginning of July, so around Canada Day, because there was years that we would go out strawberry picking Canada Day morning, and then go see the fireworks at the local spot here in Canada. But the last 4 or 5 years, um, we our strawberry season has been earlier, about middle of June, and almost over by Canada Day or your Independence Day. That But this year we had a long winter. Like, we had freezing. If you look at my videos, we had freezing rain April 15th, right? And today is 15 degrees. Hey Google, what's the temperature in Fahrenheit today?
Today in Ottawa, expect a high of 59 and a low of 40 degrees Fahrenheit.
So there, it's 59 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit for you guys. Today, yesterday was hot. It was like 25 degrees Celsius, which was like 80. So, um, we don't have any leaves on any trees. We have buds on the trees this week. That's about it. Hey, what tab 90. Yeah, we get to so the best maple syrup um, is from either Ontario or Quebec, um, and you can get maple syrup at Costco, and that which is from those places too. It's about 12. Well, Costco has the cheapest price usually. It's about $12 a liter. Um, but on average about $15 a liter. So what 90 whereabouts in the world are you? And Bill 457, where are you? You guys in the States, I'm assuming? Um, on the East Coast. I live in Greenwich, Connecticut. Cool. Cool. I've never been to Philly. Um, Only part of New York I've ever been to is close to the border. I've been to Ogdensburg, New York. Um, I've been to Messina, New York. I've been to Syracuse, New York, and one other spot that also has big stores down there within a couple of hours drive. So we live um, Ottawa, and Canada is the west end suburb of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, which is about an hour's drive from Ogdensburg, New York. So we're about an hour 20 minutes from the border. We want tidbits of salacious info. She worked for the WWE, but I'm homesick. Cool. Are you a wrestler? The city is like an hour and a half. Raw is today. So I can get numbers. The marketing department. So um, you advertise the WWE. You're very polite calling me ma'am. Yes, we advertise all over the world via social media outlets, commercials, media literature. Cool. I used to watch it with my dad when I was a kid, back in the 80s. He was a big wrestler fan. Exactly. Well, this is what I was saying. So I like watching channels and that I'm interested in, and I get to know them via like live streams or their Q&As and stuff like that. So if you ever have any questions for me, please don't feel free to ask. Apparently I can't talk today. Apparently not enough coffee to make my brain work. um but I like watching channels, and I kind of like, if these people lived next door to me, we would be like besties, you know? Like there's certain, and just because of different things. So like I like watching a lot of homesteaders, and I like watching a lot of farming channels, and a lot of like stay at home mom channels, or organizations, either things to, and I love, I don't know what it is. I love big family channels, like Big Family Homestead, Jamrel's Big Family Table, something Tribe of Many. It used to be Tribe of 10, but then she had a baby, so now she's like Tribe of 11, but she's called Tribe of Many. I love those big family channels because I don't have a big family. I only have two kids, but I like have this big family feeling. Like I cook for a big family, just my family's small, and we have leftovers. And I like seeing what they do to kind of maximize food. And I like the frugal channels of saving money and budgeting, and that, just because that's what I also like to do. And I thoroughly support um, the channels that I like because I participate in their live streams and their comments and stuff like that. And it's just really, it just gets me to it's like having friends when you don't think you do, you know? So I'm never alone. So even though I might be alone at home, or if I'm feeling lonely, I go on YouTube and I can chat with people that I'd be friends with in real life if they lived closer. Just because you live thousands of miles away doesn't mean we can't be friends and be friendly, and you know, get to know one another and just have, share experiences. Because I don't know about you, but a lot of my friends in real life that I know where they live and stuff like that, we don't get together in real life often because they have busy lives with their families. And most of our interactions will talk on the phone or do text messages or whatever, you know? So there's not a lot of like real life interaction, anyways. So it's just a way to be in touch with one another, and you get to meet new and interesting people that you might not have paid attention to them in real life, um, because they might have looked different or acted different. But then when you're interacting with them, you find you have a lot of things in common. It kind of like breaks down barriers. There we go. YouTube to break down barriers. Reminds me, Jen. I got my first sponsor. How? Oh, cool. How did you get that? An video game on Steam wants me to play and review their game. Hee hee. Unpaid sponsors. Woohoo! Do you get to keep the game too? Am having kids research validity of the offer. Okay. I was sub to you probably from the coin channel. Oh yes. Yes, the guy who collects coins. Exactly. Every once in a while, I'll go and pop in there, and I like the fishing channels. And the guy, I watch a few YouTubers that sell on eBay, and I like. They were like, "Oh, are you in the channel?" I'm like, no, I don't sell on eBay. I just like watching you guys. Over the last 10 years, WWE has evolved into a family product due to changes in pop culture and pitfalls relating to wrestlers' deaths. Yes, I'm from Canada. I live in Canada, which is the west end suburb of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Actually, the Ottawa Senators they play at the stadium that's in Canada, where I get to go see Bon Jovi tonight. My first concert in 21 years. Yeah, I don't get out much. My hair is being all frizzy today. Agree with I agree. We are starting to utilize the YouTube platform because most reliable for potential viewers. Ooh, that's fun. Oh, I got a knot on my hair. So, how did they contact you? From email? Do you put your email address? So, I set up a new email address for people. I guess for YouTube because I don't necessarily want my regular email address that I use for everything else. But my regular email address is where my YouTube channel is connected to in my about page. Okay. Cool. Love band. Good. Yes. Well, that's another thing that Canada's really good at. We have a lot of music, and artists and literature. We're just not big enough to be big and famous. So if you think of like things like them being famous in Canada, they have to make it big in the U.S. because you guys like. Okay, let's put it this way: California has the population of Canada. Okay, you guys have just like way more population, way more people than we do. We just have a larger land mass and we're more spread out. So, like our nation's capital here, of Ottawa, like Canada is the set. So 5 minute drive out of here, we're in another city. Okay, so we're like in another township. Canada has been amalgamated into Ottawa. It used to be its own township, but now it's amalgamated. Hey Google, what's the population of Ottawa?
1.25 million.
See,
Here's a summary from the website worldpopulationreview.com.
hey
The
Google,
census metro
stop. Ottawa, our nation's capital, has 1.2 million. Toronto has billions, and it's just a big city. It's not the. Hey Google, what's Canada, Ontario?
The population of Ontario was 13,598,676 as of January 1st, 2014.
Hey Google, what's the population of Canada?
According to Wikipedia, as of 2016, Canada had a population of 90,806 and is growing rapidly.
So we have 90,000 in my township. But it's growing rapidly because it's like the hot area of the city to live in because it's only about half an hour drive to downtown, but we have a lot more green space and a lot more like the way the Canada was set up was planned green space. So there's lots of parks, lots of schools, lots of bike paths. Like you can get anywhere with bike paths and sidewalks. Um, and we're close to the National Capital Region green space where they can't build land on. So they have lots of natural trails. There's a whole bunch of different green space areas like ponds and parks that they're not allowed to build anything on. Yep, still on. Hey, retired and prepping. Hey, Four Hearts Ranch. The gaming contest with the pros. No, I didn't see that. Awesome. I will put that in my. I think I put it in my about page. Um, but that's awesome. Get to the farm. 30K. Yeah, we have 90K in my area, but it's um. Oh yes. Well, see, that's the thing. Like They make good money probably with the video game companies versus YouTube, or like, you're never going to make good money with YouTube. You're going to make some money, but you'll make good money. You'll make some money with sponsorships, but you have to make sure that your sponsorships connect with your channel. So, um, and like, so for example, I watched Jamaril's Big Family Table, and she has had a few times where she's done a sponsored video of her doing an honest review of her, like, say for example, HelloFresh, right? HelloFresh contacted her, sent her free product, maybe gave her some money to do a video on that. She cooks it up, does an honest review of how it would work for her family. And then she also can give you a disc. She gives you a discount code to get like $30 off if you order, right? Well, with the discount code, makes it affordable, roughly, but not affordable as in comparable to what you'd spend on your groceries. Affordable in the sense of what you'd spend on going eating out. It's cheaper to do HelloFresh type stuff than to eat out, and you're getting the same quality of like fancier meals than shepherd's pot pie, you know, or shepherd's pie, or a chicken pot pie, you know. So, um, so she has that type of channel thing is good because she has kids, she has a big family. This is a product that's sold as a kind of convenience food that they shop for you and send you the food, and you just prepare it, so you don't have to like make sure you have all these other ingredients to make the sauce. They send you everything you need, but you just have to cook it. But doing something like, say, for example, a sponsorship for um, a baseball company, if she shows no interest in baseball, why would she do a sponsorship with them? You know, but if she shows interest in baseball, well, sure, why not, right? So that's like, and then there's sometimes some companies that have different agreements that you can do only a sponsorship with that company and not with another company. So you have to kind of look at that type of stuff too. Sponsor some YouTubers makes more than you think. Well, yeah. Well, they're making more money through the sponsorships and the money that they get paid by the sponsors than they do from YouTube. I'm moving, going to be get to the. You're moving. You're physically, like actually moving. When? When? When are you moving? Oh, you were pranking her. I would like, oh, you're gonna be neighbors. Do collaborations. Like the metal detecting company treats them good. With like places like with the channels like that Homestead and stuff like that. But well, yes, we got lots of elbow room out here. What's elbow room out? Pay for trips to Europe and have conventions. Cool. Elbow room out here. Okay. I thought you were talking like some new plant or something. Yeah, but you'd have to have a channel that would work with that type of thing, wouldn't you? A new past. It's a dream to live somewhere that's not so crowded and not so cold. Well, don't come to Canada then, because we have winter, and sometimes it lasts long, like into April, like this year. But supposedly our summer is going to be also wickedly hot. So we're supposed to have like 40-degree Celsius. But doesn't Montana get snow? You try out new metal detectors. Okay. Yeah, they should not go to Montana or North Montana, wink wink. Yeah, because I was gonna say it's cold. Like I like, don't you guys got as much snow as we do? Maybe not for as long sometimes, but my channel is a coin and stamps and workout video. Okay. Well, see, that would work for your channel very well, especially if you're like searching, like using metal detectors for to find um, coins and that, especially like dug up coins. Um, I I still have I have a bunch of stamps somewhere, my grandfather's stamps, but I don't think many are worth much. Like I'll get Atlantic Ocean snows and etc. Ah, but oh, did you see that my post on the small YouTube homesteaders channel there? Cape Breton. There's a place in Cape Breton that is offering people, if they want to, because their town is starting to lose a lot of people, like just because of moving out to the big cities and stuff. There's not a lot of population, but they have this big, huge store there that is quite popular and it gets a lot of business. But they're looking for people to either to work at the store, and if they work at the store for um, a while, well, first they'll be given land to build a cabin on. And if they work at the store for a certain amount of time, like they'll get paid working at the store, they will be given, I think, 2 acres of land for free. I think there was a post, and it's true. They've already got a couple people because they have all this this company that owns the store has all this land um, that they're hoping to entice people to come and it's the Maritimes there. Like I've gone to visit the Maritimes and they're such nice, homey people, but they get a lot of snow too. So yeah, I never did metal detecting. My grandpa. Okay, so where my grandparents used to live, they used to live in Elmer, Quebec, which is just over the river, Ottawa River, on the other side where we live. When they built so they were the first owners of their house. It was a new build, and then near their house there was the local dump. Well, he would go by what was a local dump that they stopped using. So he would go by there and he'd collect like old bottles and old like metal things or find used things. And then they built a park over the dump. So they just put a whole bunch of soil, some grass, and a play structure. And this was like behind the nunnery in Elmer. And as a kid, I remember going to the park with my grandpa once they built it, and we'd find these things being pushed like through the soil, like because the gases or whatever, the methane or whatever, from the dump that was there. So we'd still find old bottles and coins and stuff. So we found like some you know old stuff, but I don't think it was necessarily worth anything. My grandfather was a hoarder, I'd say. He didn't throw anything away. He used to recycle and reuse before recycling was popular. Over the river and through the woods to Grandma's house to go. Exactly. In the canal panels, we had coins that were sized and weighted exactly like U.S. coins with the different images, so they would work on the vending machines, even used in machines in the States. Um, so yeah, we have the same. Our quarters and your quarters in the States are the same. Well, they were the same weight and stuff, and we could use them. Like I've used Canadian coins in the vending machines in the States. The quarters. I think the nickels too. But my grandparents, when my grandfather died, well, actually not when he died. When they moved from Elmer, which they lived like 50 years, for at least 40 years, and moved from Elmer to Ottawa. When they were packing up their stuff and getting them ready, they had like refrigerator or stove size boxes full of clean and washed yogurt and sour cream containers. Because this was before recycling came. Like, he's like, oh, you could use them. And he had like a box, like, a stove sized box of the elastics that the mailmen would throw down on the ground from the bundle of mail. So he would collect the elastics. Like, it was all nice and organized of stuff. But, he'd have boxes of things and, like, buy food when it was on sale. That when we went through his freezer in the basement, there was stuff that was marked. So when they moved from Elmer, it was like 1987, 80, maybe no 86, 85, 86, and there was stuff marked 79 and 69 in the freezer. So we just threw out a lot of that stuff because, well, they were beyond freezer burnt. I'm guessing mummified. But, and they had like some canned foods that was like so old, like it was the old Campbell soup labels from like the 60s, 70s, in the 80s, which the 80s labels are close to what they are now. It wasn't US coins, so you could deface it. I have a pair of dime earrings that are cut so the figure is silhouetted. I have 50-cent piece that is done in gold and silver with a necklace mount. Cool. Yes, our banknotes are plastic now. They're harder to counterfeit. Plastic and see-through in some spots. Still multicolored. Well, yes, you would know. You're the money. You're the money guy. I've never heard the new plastic note yet. Um, my money has gone through the wash twice, so I've accidentally. Well, it was in pockets, but it still went through the wash and the dryer and found money in my pockets, and they were still washed and still plastic and still usable. And our dollars and $2 are a loonie and a toonie. The loonie has a loon on it. The two we just named it toonie because well, it's two loonies, but there's a polar bear on it, so I don't know. Call it berry. I don't know. Polary. I still have some old $2 bills. They were pink, and our $50 bills are a pinkish red. They are the banknotes. They are. I'll go look at my purse to see if I have any actual money. See, that's the problem is we just don't use a lot of money here. I use debit for everything almost because if I have money, I'm more likely to lose it or fall out of my purse or for you know. Well, if it's on my card, if I lose my card, I just get another card and I don't lose my money. What sushi? Do do do. Oops. Yes, yes, we do. But then we use so what I do is I actually use my change, but I put some in a jar too and save up and just bring it to the bank. Or they have these coin spots you can just dump your coins and it counts it and stuff. Let's see what's in here. So yes, lots of change, which is most. Well, see, that's our loonie. Yeah, Coinstar. We have a Coinstar too. And that's our toonie. Oh, they're not gold. I think it's brass or whatever is in there. That's the toonie. It has a polar bear. Do I actually have any bills? Oh, I have a 10. So see, it's see-through. It's see-through. Here, you can see me. Hello. We finally got a new bill. I think they redid the 5 or 20. They put a female on one of them. I heard. But yeah, they're plasticky, and they have braille notation up here. So, but over time it gets worn. Like it's quite worn on this one. Yeah, it hasn't melted in the dryer yet. Not this particular bill, but I've washed it and it's gone through. While paper money, it does. Our paper money also doesn't dissolve. Maybe a few times, but it's gotten a bit worn. Sometimes I forget to check. Yeah, it has security features, so it's like see through here with some shiny stuff, and then there's another see through spot over here with some, the maple leaf, and then there's a whole bunch of like this purple is all different designs and lines all through. Like there's a whole bunch of different security features. Yeah, this is issued since 2013, so it's already been 5 years. And I'm guessing most of the old bills are out of circulation now because I haven't seen them in a while. But yeah, our you can see how rich I am. I've got a $10 bill and a bunch of change. See, show you the change there. Lots of nickels. We got rid of our pennies. I mean, I still have some I have to bring to the bank. I'm slow on that. So when Canada did get away with the penny, I got a lot of rolls. Okay, I still have some pennies. Was it 2012 they got rid of it? I still have some pennies. I still haven't. Some of them I've rolled. I mean, I'm sure also in the kids' piggy banks there's probably some pennies. We used to just give them them. They may be worth something. I don't know. You'll buy rolls off me? Cool. Well, I'll find. But probably the shipping of them might not be worth it. Because shipping here is expensive. I don't understand why it's more expensive than in the States for you guys, for us. Because I went and bought a bath set for my aunt who lives in Florida. Um, yeah, it costs a lot to ship. And it it had like a bath, bubble bath, a shower gel, and some bath bombs. Like it was a small package. I put in a bubble wrap envelope. I paid under $10 for it, but it cost me $17 to ship it. I'm like, what? But so I know here in Ottawa there's a lot of there's a couple there's I know there's two places there like coin and stamp collector place. This is in Ottawa. But yeah, I don't know how much to even sell them for, charge you for shipping. Because whereabouts are you in the East Coast, I believe? Because even sending it, not necessarily even to the States, but sending it from Canada to Canada is expensive. Because our postal service is not funded like your postal service. Your postal service is funded significantly so that your mail is cheap. Oh yeah, you're in New Jersey. Just drive up to Ottawa. That's a day trip. Well, see, I'll let you know if like I know I have lots of pennies somewhere. Like I have a jar with them and then, some already rolled. I think from a while ago. Yeah, there's a lot. So we have also a lot of like pawn shops here that sometimes have like people's coin collections and stuff. Like they don't necessarily know what they've got as much as. But there's a couple of I know there's two because when my grandfather died, we went and brought his collections there, and we sold some, but some we kept. I don't know why we kept, but I was only a teenager at the time, so all I know is they went and brought and got them appraised or whatever. But yeah, what's my? Let me go find my thingy here. see something here. Do, do, do. Oh, no, here. So you can send me an email. Put my link there. There we go. You can send me an email to Jen and Canada YT for YouTube at gmail.com. And I don't have any. Hey, Amanda! Oh, yeah, so there's my email address if anybody would like to send me an email. That's my YouTube email. So Bill457, if you want to send me an email, just so I can remember who you are and what you're looking for. I can see what I have. I'll see what pennies I have. I'm sure I have got. I've got lots of different containers because I'm just too darn lazy to go to the bank with them. Right, Princess? Right? Princess has come to say hello. I might to move the computer now. Yes. Meow. Got sleep in your eyes. You gotta get the sleep out of your eyes there, girl. Princess wants to say hello. This princess. Amanda says hello. She meowed and walked away. She's probably just upset that Abby's not here. She's Abby's creature. Yes, hi Alexander Sparks. I get to see Bon Jovi tonight. I'm super, super excited. No. He has security guards. I have a husband. So, I know. What I like about Bon Jovi is, though, is he's one of the few rock bands that really didn't get into the big, huge rock and drug scene of the 80s and 90s. And, um, and didn't uh, really get involved with bad press or anything like that. He kept his nose clean, and I mean, I'm sure he drank and got drunk, but he didn't go and party and wreck hotel rooms or wreck stages and that stuff. Well, exactly, a good example for kids of how to still be famous. And also, he has a restaurant in New York somewhere, I can't remember where, that he set up a restaurant to help with um, the homeless too. So he set up a restaurant where it's all family style tables, and there's no prices on the menu, so it's pay as you can. So if you can't pay, you can also work in the kitchen or work in the restaurant to pay off your meal too. So, but also you're sit down at a family table, so a big table of like 10 people. Well, you could be sitting next to a homeless person or to somebody who can spend $20, $30, and that his restaurant actually made a profit by charging no prices and pay as you can, and he uses a majority of that profit to, excuse me, to help support the homeless, um, the homeless shelters and the homeless organizations in his area. But he also employs a lot of people from these homeless organizations that are looking um, to stop being homeless, to get back into society and stuff. Well, Bill, thanks for popping by. I sent my email if you wanted to send me an email of what you're looking for and stuff like that, coin wise. I can look what I have. And hopefully, I'll see you another time. You have a great day. Enjoy the sunshine if it's sunny where you are. Yeah. 1-800 number. I don't answer my phone.
Call from 1-800-414-4351.
I don't answer my phone if I don't know the number.
Call from 1-800-414-4351.
What was that weird phone control? Oh, it's just a phone. It's a Panasonic phone I got from Costco. It just talks. You could have it set to talk the phone number. It's common on like almost all phones. You could turn it off so too. I think there's a setting on here you could turn it off so it doesn't talk. But we just always said it's just a natural feature of the phone. Oh, okay. Well, we just this past year just stopped having a landline as a landline. This is VoIP, so voice over IP, but we got to keep our number. So instead of paying $60 a month to have a landline, we now pay it. Now it's free with our internet. So $6 a month in our pocket. We were keeping it as a landline for the longest time because in a power outage, uh, we would not have um, we would not have 911 access, like to call 911 or whatever. But we have our cell phones. So if our cell phones are charged, then we can call 911. But the only in a natural disaster, if there was a whole like a EMT signal going off and the cell phones don't work and power outage, well, I'm sure one of our neighbors would have a phone, or we're just screwed. But we'd be screwed anyways. So, so we were having it for the longest time, especially when the kids were small. Now they're a bit older, and we have family that lives, nearby ish. Like I could walk to my sister in law's place in about 20 minutes or less. Well, if I wanted to, I could run there, but I don't run. If you see me running, it's because somebody's chasing me or something's chasing me. I don't run. If you see me running, you better start running too. That is my philosophy. I will never get into running. It is not a sport for me. My body is not made for running. I don't want to get whiplash. That's my jokes. Well, I set my cell phone. Just making sure nobody's trying to call my cell phone. No, 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 no. Yeah. Just making sure that whatever this number was wasn't trying to call my cell. I'll answer the phone. Well, see, our internet here is through. Well, actually, it's through the Bell lines, the phone line, where it's through DSL fiber optic stuff. So we already had the thing here, and we just stopped the Bell service. We weren't with Bell. We were with a company called ACNAC, ACANAC. It's a company that buys their service through Bell, but much cheaper rate, as well as it's unlimited. And at a certain level of usage, it does like it's unlimited, but you can use to a certain level at like 100% capacity. But once you've gone over that level, you're maybe at 80% capacity. But you're still like, or they tether certain things like downloading is better than uploading or something like that. I don't know. Hubby does techie stuff. Answer stuff I don't know. If you want something, you can leave me a message. Exactly. Well, actually, our answer machine says um, to. We don't check the messages very often, so if you could leave a message, we'll get back to you eventually. If not, please, if you know either mine or my husband's cell numbers, please call those or leave a message there, because we'll check those ones more often than we check the home line. Because I don't have your number, man. Yes, and it's like I should try. Oh, maybe if I call myself, you could probably hear it. Will it work? Oh, here, I'll use the Google to call. Okay, just a second. Um, actually, no, no, no. I'll use it here. Let's see.
You've reached Jennifer, Jeffrey, Rowan, and Abigail. Unfortunately, we don't check this voicemail very often, so if you have our cell numbers, you're probably best to use those rather than to leave a voicemail here. However, eventually we will get this message, and hopefully we'll get back to you. So, feel good, have a great day, and leave a great message.
Please leave your message after the tone. When done, hang up or press the pound key. Sorry, but the user's mailbox can't accept more messages.
And then there's like even like we won't accept more messages. Apparently we have to empty it, and it's full. Yes. Uh. So I'll have to tell hubby to empty the. I know. Oh, and it's full. Don't try and calling us. Yes. Oh, Princess decided to lie down and sleep. My work phone, people end up emailing me to tell me my mailbox is full. Well, then, yeah, send me what you want to say. My husband's mailbox for work is full, too. It even says that as well on this, because he's like, I'm never in my office to check my phone, and people have my cell number, and they know my email address. Actually, I'll probably be heading out. I've got to make supper for my family, and possibly go to the store. If not, I'll just go to the store later. If we how to delete them. Yes, I can't wait for tonight. My friend is going to be here for about 4:30, and we're going to do supper, and then go to the show. And oh, I should tell Angela that she will get picked up too. So she said no problem to pick her up and drop her off. But yeah, my friend that is giving me a ride, she has to be gluten free for health reasons. So and more adventurous food wise. Um, so we're probably gonna do like Vietnamese or Thai or something like that for supper. Um, I'm unsure. I know we won't do burgers or anything with bread. Well, you have a wonderful day. Um, I will. I will be live. I think tomorrow afternoon, possibly. So have a good day. I won't be live tomorrow morning. Maybe afternoon, early evening. That's my plan. And I might be live a little bit Wednesday. I'm going to be taking videos of my daughter. Abby has a swim meet with the Special Olympics with the Catholic School Board. So I'll be taking at least videos with that. I might do a quick little live thing. But that should be fun. She's going to do the relay and I think freestyle. I think front crawl or maybe back crawl. I don't know which one she signed up. She signed up for 3. So that should be fun. Have a great day. Enjoy your lunches, and your supper, and your evenings. And I'll take a little bit of video, hopefully tonight. And I won't be able to like of the actual concert, but of us being at the concert, pictures or something like some sort of slideshow or something. That's my plan. I'm late. Hey, Creative Redundancy. I was just gonna. So I saw your live thing go on. Well, I saw the notice for it after the fact. Your emergency kit. I'm going to be watching that while I make supper. Because I was like, "Ooh, that looks interesting." Tonight going to Bon Jovi. I feel like a schoolgirl. It's been 21 years since I've been to a concert. I don't get out much. Well, that's fine. Kind of like mine. It started Bon Jovi, supper, how to save money, groceries. concerts I've been in. Went back to what else? What else did we talk about? Oh, Princess has come to say hi a few times. Did she come say hi to you? Yes. And oh, we talked about um. Oh, we talked about coins. We talked about WWF, WWE, because there was a guy on here who worked for the marketing department with WWE, and enjoyed the concert. Yep. So there's lots of in the replay. I have to get going to start make supper too, because I'm going out for supper with my friend before the concert. So have a great day. Bye. I'll be on tomorrow afternoon, evening, I think. And I will hopefully have another video up tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a video of like slideshows of stuff tonight, because I won't be able to take video of the music and stuff, because I don't want to do copyright, blah blah blah. But I don't know how. I'll just take a video. I'll probably just wear a sundress, because it's not hot right now. It's only 15 degrees, but it'll probably be hot in there, and I don't want to be all sweaty. So, but nothing too revealing or anything like that, because I am a mom, and well, I don't want things falling out. Princess like, headbutt me, pet me, pet me, pet me. So, talk to you later. Bye.